Hi friends, welcome to my channel. Let's talk biology. I am here with my another video about body fluids. Our body has two type of the fluids, intracellular fluid and extracellular fluid. Intra means inside and cellular means cell. The fluid that is present inside of the cell known as intracellular fluid, and the fluid that present outside of the cell known as extracellular fluid. Extracellular fluid is categorized into interstitial fluid and blood plasma. Why this is called interstitial? Basically, the cells have a space between them. This space is known as interstitium. When interstitium is filled by a fluid, that fluid is known as interstitial fluid. This fluid is also known as intercellular fluid. Inter means between and cellular means cells. It means the fluid present between the cell known as intercellular fluid. And this fluid is also known as tissue fluid. You know that the similar cells form tissue. So when there is a fluid outside the tissue, that fluid is known as tissue fluid. Another category of the extracellular fluid is the blood plasma. You know that the blood has two components. The liquid part is known as plasma and the other part are the cellular components of the blood. So blood plasma present in the capillary. As you can see here that the fluid present outside the cell is extracellular fluid. So whether it is surrounding the cell or whether it is present inside the blood capillary, so these both fluids are present outside of the cell, so they are categorized into extracellular fluid. There is another diagram. As you can observe here, the yellow fluid present inside the cell. This yellow fluid is known as intracellular fluid because it is present inside of the cell. And you can also observe that the cells are not tightly packed together. They have a space between them. This space is the interstitium space. This space is filled by the fluid. That fluid is known as the interstitial fluid. That is outside the cell. This is the category of the extracellular fluid. Then there is another fluid which is present inside the blood capillary or the blood vessel. This fluid is also present outside of the cell but present in the capillary. So this is another example of the extracellular fluid. Why capillary is here? Basically, capillary has the responsibility to give the oxygen and the nutrients to the cells, and it has also responsibility to take the waste material from the cells. Why? Because the capillary is highly permeable. So when the capillary tries to give the oxygen and the nutrient to these cells, so some fluid escape from the capillary because the capillary is highly permeable. So this escape fluid is accumulate surrounding the cell, and it formed the interstitial fluid. So basically, interstitial fluid is formed by the capillary because capillary is trying to give the nutrients and the oxygen to the cell. So because of that, some fluid escape, and this escape fluid accumulates surrounding the cells and form interstitial fluid. This interstitial fluid is very much helpful for the cell because the cell can easily exchange the material from this fluid. So there is question arising that when this escape fluid accumulate in large amount surrounding the cell, then what will happen? If you want to know that where this large amount of the interstitial fluid goes, then you can follow my next video. If you like my video, then please subscribe my channel and like my video and share it. Thank you.